Alright guys, since there was a question about how to get to the front spark plug on the passenger side of the engine, I'm going to do this all in real time. There's not going to be any cutting or anything like that. Nothing's already loosened, just to show that it is that easy. The first thing to keep in mind, of course, is all of these little clips. You will have little tabs in there. Mine are all damaged from doing the engine swap. This is all that's left. I will show you how to do that first. This is the only good one that's left. Basically, there's a little button on the inside. It's a two-piece plastic clip. If you push down on the middle until it clicks, you can use a regular number 2, number 1 Phillips head screwdriver. From there, that clip will be loose. You want to loosen all of them along this plastic panel, and once that's done, from your power steering fluid all the way around to the other side of your fuse box, you get all of those out. And I actually believe there's a 10mm bolt or an 8mm bolt on each end of the plastic cover. This entire piece will lift out. This is not at all necessary, it just makes it a little bit easier. Now, with that out of the way, you can see the top part of the bottom part, essentially, of the air box here that comes up. That's where this will make it a little bit easier for you. After that, first thing, 10mm socket, this clamp here on your air box. You can just loosen this. Once that's loose, you'll have two tabs over here. You just push those forward, and from there, this will lift right out. Now you can leave the mass airflow sensor attached. Once this is disconnected here, it will set just like that. Now, the next tool, the last tool that you need, is a pry bar. You absolutely do not need this either. It's just good to have. If you want, you can take your air filter out before you move anything. Also not necessary. Next step from here, there's a 10mm bolt here holding the bottom of the air box in place. Once that's out, the air box should slide right out. Now you want to lift on the back, lift it forward a bit, and then pull it towards the back of the vehicle. You can use a pry bar here to get this out of the little rubber grommets. I'm not going to, because you don't necessarily need to. Once that's out, there is an air connection under here you can push down on. It's just plastic tabs. Mine have broken. We were very careless when we swapped the engine with all the little plastic bits, but you should be able to push it straight down and not break the tabs. Once that's done, this entire piece will come out. Alright, now from here you can see coil number 1, 10mm bolt, 12-inch extension on a ratchet. That's all you're going to need. Coil number 2, coil number 3, coil number 4. All easily accessible with the 12-inch extension and a 10mm socket. Now, one thing, these plastic clips on your coils are a little different than some. If we can get in there, this piece here pulls backwards. Don't pull it all the way out, you will lose it. It holds itself in place once it's out far enough. At this point, just like any other connector, you can push down. Try and do this with one hand, and that will slide right off. It will be the same for all 4, just like that. One other piece of advice here, driver's side's a little tighter to get to. You still only need 10mm socket and a 12-inch extension. Number 1, number 2, number 3 is under this harness, but you can get in straight where my hand is. And number 4, the bolt is behind this wire here. If you can see that wire right there. But again, you can squeeze it through with an extension. A wobble head extension is preferred, but you should be able to do it with a straight extension anyways. Spark plugs on this car are not hard. Once you get 2 of them, that should be everything you need. Again, a 10mm socket, screwdriver for the plastic clips, and a 12-inch extension to get to each coil. After that, you just need your spark plug socket. I think it's 5/8, I can't remember. And you should be able to be good to go. Now, putting everything back together here, just the reverse of how it came out. Be careful, obviously, with all your plastic clips.